Okay, today we'll be taking a look at the Chinese tech tree, and let me find my Chinese tank. Here it is. As you see, the Chinese tank line I think is a bit too good, I would say. Have you ever look the Chinese? If you look at this tank, the Type 58, which is a direct copy of the T-34-85. I have another few accounts, so this account is because I play on loads of accounts. This is why this account doesn't have any tier 10s yet. I am looking forward to get it on the European account right now, and as you see on the screen right now, the stock engine of the Type 58 actually is not that bad compared to the top engine, which is only 20 horsepower engine horsepower more. And look at the gun section. Although the Chinese tanks lack of gun selection, but it gets the best. For example, on the T-34, the only gun you really want to use is either the 76 or the 57. But as you know, 57 is much better, so everyone goes with the 57mm gun, which is this one here, and Type 58. Start off, you begin with this gun, which is not that bad compared to the top gun. The top gun is quite really good, same as the one on the T-34-85. And if you see, the only bad thing about this gun, the stock gun, is that it has poor accuracy and poor aiming time, but nothing else really bad then. So the stock grind is actually quite good for the Type 58. And let's have a look at the next Chinese tank, heavy tank, the IS-2. You start off with the 100mm, which is really good if we have a look. The Russian line, and then the IS. You start off with the 85mm, which is really crap, and in order to get the 122mm you had on the old KV-1S, you have to unlock this turret, which was 12,200 research points, so that's quite bad. Let's see if this stock turret can take any other gun. Yes, it can take the 100 D10T, which is actually a tier 7 gun. I think the T-44 uses it, and the T-44 uses it. So the gun is playable. Everything is pretty good. Some people actually use this gun instead of the 122mm, but not a lot of people that do that. But I certainly know a few that does that. But as you see, the super tanks are quite hard to grind, and it's not easy grind at all. And let's go back to the Chinese line. The IS-2, I'm planning to unlock it sooner or later, before the 5th. And you see the top radio is already unlocked from my 5916 or maybe my WZ131, I can't remember which, but I already got it. Top engine, as you see, if you play the Chinese tank tree, you have the Type 58, but still you don't want to go through this one, which is actually really nothing different from the stock engine, except you get 3% less chance of fire, so really it's garbage. And also it costs 11,000 experience. So what you want to do, this is actually a trick, alright, well, not a trick, a tip. You should use the brain, okay, have a look at the other tech tree. I like to do, like, if you're going down one tree, you get like a few tanks on that tree, alright. That's what you want to do. So that would speed up your grind, and actually, if you have the tank of the same nation in a similar tier, they will share components, like this one here, my WZ131. Start off, I use this gun, which is, if you see, it's actually the gun on my Type 58. Type 58 is a tier 6, and if you think about it, this thing gets the same matchmaking, well, right now, the same matchmaking as a MT25, and this one is actually 85 mil, which is slightly less rate of fire, but in the other categories is actually quite good. And the grind for this tank is actually really fun. And when I unlock the 12150L, which is actually the top engine in the IS2, and let's take a look at the IS2 right now. The IS2, yes, it's not the top engine, but compared to the top engine, only 60 horsepower less, so it would be really nice if you had that instead of unlocking it this way, if you know what I mean. It would save much more time if you go from the WZ131, so you should always look and check for your tank trees, look into them, check the details, look at the stats, what tank they fit in. This would save your life and save your time to do unnecessary grind like the Type 58 grind. You know, with the stock engine, it is perfectly fast enough to do the maneuvers you need. It is good enough, and you know, Chinese tanks like this begins with 100 mil, which is bit surprisingly good for a stock gun, and then you move to the 122 mil, which is seriously not a bad grind. And also you don't need the second turret at all, really, if you don't want to keep it, so you can skip that and go to the 1110. The 1110 is absolute beast. I've played it a few times on my other account. It is absolutely amazing tank. I recommend you to go down the Chinese tech tree. And for another demonstration, we check out the my German tech tree. You see, I haven't got to tier 10s yet, but I've played tier 10s, and I've almost got the mouse in my other server. Okay, if we see here is a classic example. I went on this line here, the Panda 4 line, and I went also on the Panda 3/4 line. And if you see the Panda 3/4, they all use the 75 KWK 40L 48 and 8. They use the same engine. This used the same engine as the later tanks like this. And if you look at this, I got this, and it's fairly stock. The engine's already upgraded. If you see, it uses the engine of the one on the Hummel, which I unlocked via the Hummel, which is good. That's the benefit you get from playing a tank of similar nation, same nation. And you see, the 75 is already unlocked from my 3601H. And the thing is, when I had the chance to either buy the VK, the 3 VKs, I decided that I'm going for the VK 3601H first, and that actually saved my life. If you look, you can straight away get the Konish gun, which is probably the best choice in the whole entire gun range. Although it's cheap in research thing, it's only 9,200. It won't kill you. I used free experience to unlock it, and you use the stock turret. And I made a mistake and I unlocked that instead of unlocking the engine first. And if you see the engines, loads of tanks use the engine. It's good enough. And tracks, you don't need them. You need to have a look. You know, don't unlock the trucks first if there's no point. You know, yeah. Let's see how many different traverse speed you get. Well, low limit's almost the same. You know, really, you don't really need it. And traverse speed only 3 degrees faster, so not a lot. As I said, I used the Konish gun to unlock all of this, and I unlocked this gun, which I used on my VK001P, which I grinded out the turret. Which I used free experience to unlock the turret, and then instead of getting a 10.5 centimeter KWK-482 dope gun, I got the 75 straight away, and unlocking from that thing is not actually bad. And I used that to unlock the second engine and the tracks, and Actually, I use frequency to unlock the tracks as well, and you know the engine carries from my Hummel, so you know really easy grind. You know it will save your life a lot. And then I need to grind using the 88mm, which I unlocked from my VK3601H. So this tank is actually like my charging tank, if you know what I mean. It charges first, and then my other tank follows and uses the fruits this tank's made. And they basically, because they share the guns, you know, it's actually really good. If you can do that, it would save time and, well, basically be very good. And hopefully this video will help you, so in the future you can become like a more sufficient buyer, if you know what I mean. You know, instead of wasting your money on stuff, you can straight away instead of wasting your time, probably I would say, you can get stuff relatively faster and easier, and you won't have to go through the pain that much. And this is basically my tech tree tips, you know, the research tips. This will go on internet probably on Sunday. And also if you see, I don't have enough money. That's the problem. I don't have enough money right now to spend in any of my games. So if you guys want to see me getting myself, where is it, IS6, I need serious help. Alright, and also I want to get myself this little beast, the E25, which again I need your help. I'm not saying you donate tanks to me. Hopefully you can do hopefully you can be kind and click on the adverts in the thing. I think if you click on the adverts, like, you know, the advert before you actually go in the video, or the one during the video, if you click on them, I think I get money for it. So please do click on my adverts. It would you know, help me, and also it would give you like a more variety of premium tanks which I can review. And hopefully I will get enough money to do it. I'm not getting a lot from YouTube right now, but if you lot do help me, and you know, I can do more reviews. My first target is to get myself the IS6. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.